If you are concerned about high blood pressure or you've been struggling with this condition, there are steps you can take to prevent or control it. One of the most important factors is adopting a healthy diet because our food intake determines our general well-being. High blood pressure is primarily a psychosomatic disorder, which also means that controlling your thoughts and emotions can also help to prevent or manage it. Therefore, by keeping your mind in check and reducing stress, you can reduce your risk of developing high blood pressure. By definitions, high blood pressure or hypertension is a health condition that causes the blood vessels to become stiff and less flexible. And this results in excessive pressure on the blood vessels and can lead to complications such as cardiovascular diseases, kidney failure, strokes, and many other ailments. However, this condition can be controlled, eliminated, or managed. According to the World Health Organization, high blood pressure is the number one contributor to all forms of mortality in the whole world. Hence, it is appropriate for you to watch your diet intake if you are struggling with this health condition or if you do not want to worsen this situation. Some of the common symptoms of high blood pressures include headaches, shortness of breath, it could be dizziness, palpitations, chest pains, and many of them. So let's quickly dive into these foods that you must avoid if you have high blood pressure or if you want to avoid the occurrence of this high blood pressure. The number one food that causes high blood pressure is salty foods. If you are struggling with high blood pressure, it is important to avoid consuming salty foods. Even though salt is necessary in the body because it conducts nerve impulses, balances water and minerals, and acts as a source of iodines to individuals, the excess of it can be of detrimental effects to health. Individuals with hypertension should limit their salt intake. Consuming too much salt can increase the risk of worsening high blood pressure in the body. Too much salt can cause your body to retain so much water, which increases the volume of fluid in your body. Consequently, this increases the pressure your blood exerts on the walls of the blood vessels. In addition to this, high salt intake increases the pressure in your kidney, which increases the glomerular filtration rate and sodium excretions. And when this happens, it increases the blood pressure, thereby causing high blood pressure. Some of the examples of salty foods that you must try to avoid include canned foods like sweet corns, green beans, and others. We have pickles and other processed foods. These foods are preserved with too much salt to help preserve and increase their shelf lives. That is why you need to always read the labels in order to know the contents and the amount of salt present in already processed foods before consuming them. So as an individual suffering from this health condition, you have to be mindful of the amount of salt you consume because it can lead to high blood pressure. The second worst food for high blood pressure is sugary foods. Just like the salty foods, sugary foods also increase the risk of high blood pressure. These foods have high glycemic index, which increases insulin in the body. However, an increase in insulin levels causes an increase in the reabsorption of sodium salt in the body. In addition, an increase in insulin stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, which makes you to jerk, energized, and sensitive. Another way by which sugar contributes to high blood pressure is through fructose metabolism, in which your liver converts the excess fructose into fat, thereby leading to high blood pressure. Another research study has suggested that sugar can affect the nitric oxide levels, which can also lead to high blood pressure. Some of the examples of these foods that are very high in sugars include fast foods like cakes, chocolates, burgers, ice creams. We have sweetened beverages, sodas, and many of these foods. The number 3 food you must try to avoid if you are experiencing high blood pressure is foods high in saturated and trans fats. Foods like fast foods, fried foods, processed meats, butter, and some other processed foods are very high in saturated and trans fats. These foods contain empty calories, adding to no nutrients, and they cause bad cholesterol and leading to obesity in the body, which is one of the causes of this high blood pressure in your body. Additionally, saturated fats like fried foods causes inflammations in the linings of the blood vessels, which is also a contributing factor to high blood pressure. Another reason is that consuming foods high in trans fats can build up fast in the arteries and the blood vessels, which can damage your arteries and your blood vessels, thereby leading to high blood pressure. The fourth worst food for high blood pressure is foods from refined grains. Refined grains are carbohydrates because they've been stripped of their fiber-rich bran. They have high glycemic index and high carbohydrate contents. These foods cause the body to produce more insulin in the body, which high insulin contributes to reabsorption of sodium salts, stimulates the sympathetic nervous systems, disrupts the cell membranes, that's the sodium and potassium pumps, in which all of these contributes to high blood pressure or increases high blood pressure in your body. Also, too much consumption of refined grains leads to obesity, which is also a contributing factor to diabetes, and diabetes also causes high blood pressure. You can always go for whole grains rather than refined grains because they are better off. Some of the examples of these refined grains are white bread, pasta, noodles, fast food, and many of them. The fifth food is caffeine. Caffeine increases high blood pressure by stimulating the body. It also causes dehydration in the body, which in turn causes pressure in the blood vessels. Another side effect of caffeine includes insomnia, restlessness, palpitations, heartburns, and many of them. And all of these symptoms can also contribute to high blood pressure. Although caffeine has been stated not to have a long-term effect on high blood pressure, therefore you might decide to avoid it entirely or limit its consumptions. Some of the caffeine-based products include chocolates, tea, coffee, and many other food products. The sixth food you must try to avoid if you have high blood pressure is alcoholic beverages. Excessive alcohol consumption affects the muscles in the blood vessels, which makes it difficult for the heart to pump blood, thereby leading to high blood pressure. Additionally, alcohol prevents the baroreceptor from detecting when the blood pressure increases, thereby causing the blood vessels to stretch less, thereby leading to high blood pressure. Therefore, you must try to avoid the consumption of too much alcohol or eliminate them entirely because it increases the blood pressure. In conclusion, high blood pressure can pose the risk of stroke, kidney diseases, heart attack, and so many other ailments. Therefore, there is a need for you to always check out for your diet in order to prevent the recurrence of this condition or worsening the case. As we wrap it up here, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable content from us. Share this video, drop your comments at the comment sections, and give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Bye.